coming to celebrate our wedding day and can say how beautiful Susie looks. I didn't think she could make it and be so beautiful, even more than what she is. As most of you will know, Susie and me met at work. The first day I saw Susie, she never left my mind. George at the time, who was my right-hand man, used to say to me, "You live a dream world." Who's dreaming now? I never in a million years thought that she'd be interested in me, or in fact be single. Anyhow, after this, I attended a job on the ward. Susie was on that night. In fact, I think Susie calls that job, so I go. After we spoke more, I eventually got the bottle to ask Susie out for coffee, and we went to Costed. Only now do I know that Susie doesn't even like coffee. Me and Susie grew together quick, but the feelings inside that Susie gave me, I couldn't control. I knew instantly I was in love with this beautiful woman. Even though it can be quite intimidating being with a woman who's had her hands in more vaginas than you. Another thing with Susie is you always know when she's asleep. She makes a silly little grunt noise, which goes something like 5 months into a relationship, not a lot of you know that me and Susie had a first baby together. We were meeting for a cigarette at break at work, and I'd seen a man try to force the doors open of maternity. As I'm going over to have a go at the man, Susie comes out the other door screaming, "Matt, she's going to have a baby in the car." I put 2 and 2 together. The man was trying to get a midwife out of the maternity building. The woman eventually had a baby in the car. Susie got her support. I just supported by shining my torch. Anyway, moving on. It was time to ask Susie's dad if I could marry his daughter. It was nerve-wracking, a bit like now. Until I asked him, and then he replied instantly, "Yes, where, when, the sooner the better." I can understand why now. Me and Susie, we've been through a lot of tough times together. Times where we thought things were just going to tear us apart. But we worked together, we worked through it, which put us where we are now, strong and proud. And the problems weren't even between us. As you may have seen on the table with the guest book is a picture of Stan. A lot of you will already know that Stan's no longer with us. There's memories all around, like cleaning. You still find slobber marks up the TV stand, up the sofa, up the walls. I didn't have Stan in my life long, but we bonded well. Secretly, he became a man's best friend. Susie, a few weeks ago, had a hen party with friends from work. It was the first time we'd been apart from work, other than being at work. Susie says to me, "I'll be fine, I'm with professionals." I question that now. First phone call from Susie was that Nicole, who Susie was sharing a room with, had in fact booked the wrong hotel. So at this time, they had no room. The next phone call from Susie that Claire and Adele had got the wrong train. Maybe there's a new meaning to professionals. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you. I would like to say thank you to everyone that has helped with the planning and sorting of today. I won't name people, you all know who you are. And I'd like to thank everybody who has come and arrived today. Thank you.
So apart from the 5 or 6 of you actually know me here, it's just to tell to the rest of you who are wondering who I am, or where you actually recognise me from. My name's Sean, and I work alongside Matt doing security at the hospital. If today's anything to go by, we actually do security sometimes, apart from Matt who obviously gets dates and then gets married. And I've now got the honour of, and the misfortune actually, being his best man and speaking to you now. Normally when it comes to verbal communication, for those who know Matt, I actually outshine him, and not just grammatically. However, on this occasion, following him and Ian now, I think he has actually outdone me, and it's going to be a pretty hard act to follow. Not because he actually managed to speak in front of a room consisting of more than 10 people without actually offending anyone, did he? Good save. He's actually just put me off for a moment. Without actually offending anybody, so I'm actually not going to try and take on his usual role, which would involve me swearing profusely and trying to break either some part of someone or something that intends to solve any sort of problem. I was extremely honoured to be asked and also slightly taken back. The offer was made on a cold December night just before Christmas on the disabled side. Probably quite a challenging night shift, but at the time I was searching for my container on the floor, which does have a habit of falling out. And after finding it on my knees, I shouted yes as Matt finished making the offer to me. You can see the irony about me being on my knees. At that point then, the damage was already done, and me being the uncomfortably awkward person I am, feeling too awkward, to say the least, to renege on the offer and just went with it. I'm just glad his proposal to Susie was a lot more romantic, and he was on his knees asking. I think you'll agree with me today that it's been incredible so far, from the church to here. If you could measure the love between two people by how much thought and planning has gone into a wedding, it would already be a world beater. So, well done, you two. And that's before I can say anything else about these two and what they've already been through already. I know Ian and Matt have touched on it slightly, and I'm not going to touch on it anymore. Having a baby, though, together at work was obviously just the beginning. It's clear how much they care for and are perfect for each other, and I know that they can and will endure anything that life throws at them. And I'm excited, as I know all of you are here, to wish them all the best as they start their new chapter of their lives together as husband and wife. Matt is extremely lucky because Susie does look fantastic today. Dress malfunction as well. It's fine. Absolutely stunning. Whereas me and those who know Matt more personally are just more impressed that he's managed to turn up on time, dressed, without so far forgetting anything, apart from his black woolly hat. Although if we probably searched him or checked out his bags in the hotel room, we would probably find it nestled away somewhere. Knowing Matt how I do, from when I first met him to when he met Susie, progressing until now, I can see a change in him for the better. You will all agree with me that Matt has found a partner who he respects, looks up to, who's grounded him, and who we can build a future with. Unfortunately, as he's already mentioned, George at the back is already married. However, Susie wasn't, and has a wealth of experience from work dealing with babies, so I think it's a fantastic fit. I can remember when Matt first told me about Susie, when he did the trip of coming back to work after finishing one night to see her on a break. I'd actually try and make a joke of this here, but I think it's something that we've all done. At about midnight, he messaged me at work asking if I was busy, and I found him skulking around with the circus yards, how he was dressed, looking a bit suspicious, avoiding all the cameras, and looking like somebody who we normally actually get called to deal with rather than James Bond. Although for today at least he can't avoid any cameras, and he's definitely looking a lot smarter for Susie. He brought me a coffee while he was waiting for it, because unlike Susie, and I could tell by how he was talking about it, how special she was to him, that she meant a lot to him. And since then, actually, he's not that shut up about it. In fact, we know more about Susie and everything else than we do about our own jobs. So thank you part of my speech. Of course, it goes without saying a massive thank you to Matt and Susie for allowing me and everybody else here to share in your special day with you. I get the single mention here because for one day only I am the best man. The bride's mother Joyce, you look fantastic today, and to Ian for getting Susie away. To Matt's mum and dad Elaine and Keith, to the bridesmaid Aaliyah, to the page boys Jensen and Sam, and to the ushers Dale and Will, and a special mention obviously to John the photographer as well, who has actually showed me how to do a bottle bowl, which I still can't do. And also to the venue as well in Wychwood Park. I'm actually going to go with this one because Matt told me, as strange as this sounds, in the hot tub last night. And he said that he might actually ad-lib it, and this is actually ad-libbed on mine. I know this is like really hard to believe how much I fluffed up that speech. He mentioned about his nan, and he was like hit and miss whether or not he wanted to say anything about her or not. And the brief words that he said to me was that he'd never loved another woman like he loved his nan until he met Susie. So all that remains raises for me is to ask you to all to stand up very, very quickly, because I know I need to pass that to Matt. And he's also not got to try and carry on his little speech now as well after I've just said that. And to raise your glasses and toast the happy couple. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. and Mrs. Knowles.